Right, just a quick thing here. In India, there's a question and answer thing about people phoning up, you know, advice. And this is their national advice. We have our doctors. A lot of them are from India and other countries. So the doctorship, you can't say, well, that's from India and we're better, because, you know what I mean? Anyway, listen to their advice.
All right, Dr. Chatterjee, so very concerned about living close to a COVID hospital.
See, it has been very many times told that it doesn't travel that much. If we maintain a distance of 2 meters, that is more than adequate. Even 1 meter is said to be more than adequate if you maintain a distance. It has still not been declared as an airborne disease. It has still not been declared as an airborne disease. It has still not been declared as an airborne disease.
Right, basically, it's not classed as an airborne, yeah, you know, virus. Right.
Found that the virus has the potential to travel through the air.
This is, of course, a sneeze, an act that was once believed to be the explosive release of our very soul.
And you're telling me those little particles all of a sudden drop if there's no wind about or anything? Or you're walking behind somebody and then you walk past them. They're only just in the breath. This is just an exaggerated breath look. Do you know what I mean? This is another form of droplets, virus droplets. No different than your breath, really. Because you only need one drop, one tiny, tiny thing on you or in your lungs, and then apparently you've got it, have you not? Yeah? So the droplets that you see on here, or the droplets you see on a sneeze, or what I'm going to show you now, is just a larger version of what breath is that gets blown around in the air. Like I said before, it's like perfume. The smell is droplet form. Yeah, so if you can smell something, it's like the air, it's like your breath within the air. If your breath smell, you know, you can smell stinky breath. Oh, who's got a bad tooth or something like that? Well, you've been eating garlic. Yeah? You can still get those tiny droplets even if your nose doesn't pick it, that actual particular droplet up of smell. You need quite a few of them to recognise it as a brain, to go, oh, that's garlic. You stand further back, you won't be able to smell garlic, but the droplets are still there. That's what I'm trying to say. So when you all stand in the street clapping and there's a bit of wind knocking about, yeah? Anyway. Right. Now that white powder, your breath is just a thinner version of that, droplets, all the rest of it, yeah? And he's just blowing out. Yeah, so as you breathe everywhere, just like your smell, your vapours and all that sort of stuff, your breath goes out in the same sort of way, really, and mingles about. Droplets aren't as big, but they still can get you. Yeah. You probably think, what's this got to do with it? But it's funny, isn't it? Yeah. Just breath blowing down a tube can travel the distance of that instrument, can't it? Yeah. Take the instrument away and you blow out. Yeah. Some didgeridoos are about 1 meter and 2 meters long. I'm not saying people go around blowing in a tube, don't. No. What I'm saying is, he can breathe the length of the tube. The air travels in the length of the tube. And then you think, well, that's because it's in a tube and it goes out and all the rest of it and we're outside. Well, if it's outside, it gets dispersed everywhere and gets blown by the wind, does it not? You know what I mean? Come on. When you hear the doctors explain the fact about the air and the droplets and the breath, they all get stuck and they start labelling themselves straight back into nailing it and saying, oh, well, if it helps the NHS and we support the NHS and all the rest of it, they go back on themselves to that because they can't answer the question. And then you listen to this. I mean, I've been on about this all the time if you've been watching my videos, but anyway, that's basically, you can imagine loads of people shopping. That's what your breath looks like. Anyway, I'll let this play.
Here's the thing, in order to condense those
molecules need something to stick to. So they actually attach themselves to tiny particles in your breath called condensation nuclei, or even cloud seeds. These provide a solid platform for water vapor to condense into a droplet, and your cloud seeds are composed of all kinds of things. Soot, dust, cell particles from your lungs, even bits of your proteins and DNA. In fact, scientists are developing a way to analyze our exhaled breath condensate, or EBC as it's called, to look for the presence of air pollutants or signs of respiratory illness. But when you see your breath on a cold day, it's born from the same phenomena that form clouds and fog and dew.
It's a little clip as well, because you see what you see is like breath type of thing, then disappear. But that's, you can't see it with the naked eye. Once it disappears, the loads are still there. Yeah, hanging about everywhere. Like I say, nuclear, biological, chemical warfare drills, if you understand them to a point of you saving your life, etc., etc., you'll understand that what they're telling you is everything that's actually not correct. And it's like a big agenda proving thing that they're doing, that what they don't know, they can control. And that's what's going on. And like I say, if they do right by the country for it, you can say fair enough. But doing right, in my view, is getting rid of all these dirty, evil child abusers. There's 80,000 of them to get rid of first before I'm even blinking thinking is any good, this coronavirus bollocks. Yeah, our eyes see the particles, but once our eyes don't then see it, it doesn't mean that they've vanished. And we're all walking around in it. Stood outside clapping down the street and everything else like that. What they're doing is telling you everything that you don't know, and they're manipulating you around it and locking you in. Like I say, fair enough if they get the system going. Gets everybody off the blinking street. Yeah, because the way we're going as a country is going to cost us more billions being blinking up the way we are and not investing back into our country than it does just stopping everything for 3 months. Do you know what I mean? It's like stopping your car off the road to get an MOT. The only way you can do it properly is shove everybody inside, sort the thing out, and then carry on. Now, if that's what's happening, then fair enough. Yeah? And getting people to respect the certain systems where people do key workers and what have you. Right? But then they've got the right opportunity, like I said in the video, called 1066. It's the first time in humanity then, right, that they have the opportunity to rid evil. It's the first time in humanity, yeah, since before 1066, whereupon brave men and women do not have to go to war anymore and leave all the rat asses, not all of them, don't get me wrong, yeah, behind. They've been staying behind for every single war. And we've been getting rid of good men and women. Yeah. It's the first time we can have everybody sat indoors and we can have the medical world just rid evil. Pedophiles. Mass murders, that type of crap. Yeah, let's see what we do. If they don't do it with that, I'm not interested. Ask a Chinese man who never speaks English to say con. It's a con.